What is up guys, Alden Harris here on Team Discmania, and I'm here with my 2025 in the bag. All right, so I'm gonna start with my putting putters. This year, I'm putting with Flex D-Line P2Xs. I putted with links last year, and they were a little too straight for me, didn't quite have the finish that I was looking for, and they were a little bit deeper than I was wanting. So, got these, completely changed my putting. I was really struggling putting last year, but these instantly fixed it. Nice stability, perfect for my little spin putt, and fights the wind very good. All right, I have my favorite throwing putter, my P2. I use it to throw my favorite shot in disc golf, which is an anhyzer that holds for a little bit, but still has some stability, so it kind of glides over to the right. We're about 250 feet away from the basket. I'm gonna throw it up here on anhyzer, let it glide to the right. For some reason, whatever reason, I never really tried the P2 last year, and then at the beginning of this year, I tried one and I instantly fell in love with it. I think the reason I didn't try them before was I didn't think for some reason they were gonna be overstable. I don't know why I thought that, because then I threw it, very overstable, absolutely perfect for my favorite line in disc golf. Little flex with an overstable putter, kind of just glides out of it. Absolutely love the P2. I got one more P2 in the bag. The other one was a bit like a straighter one. This one I just put in the bag. Thank you, Davey, for doing a sweet stamp on it. A little more overstable, brand new, perfect complement to my other one. Next, I have an Exo Soft Link in the bag. As you know, if you've ever seen me play, I love throwing hyzer flips in the woods, and this is absolutely perfect. I've had it in the bag for pretty much a full year now, so it's a little warped, has some nice flip to it, perfect for woods golf. All right, have my favorite mid in my bag, my Method. We're about 320 feet away from the basket. I'm gonna throw it nice and straight. It's gonna push for a while and then have some finish at the end. This is kind of a slot that I didn't have last year because I couldn't really find a Method I really liked, and then I found these and I absolutely fell in love with them. It's the absolute perfect mid for straight to overstable. You can throw it on a little bit of flex, it'll always come out. Maybe my favorite disc in my bag right now. Next, in my mid lineup, I have an MD3. This is I have three mids in my bag. This is the straighter one. I have overstable, straight, and understable. This is the straighter one. You can just rip it on a slight bit of hyzer, flip up to flat, and just go forever and pretty much finish like a putter. Doesn't really have a ton of fade, just kind of drops to the ground. All right, I have another MD3 in my bag. This is my flippiest mid, pretty much my workhorse in the woods. Again, I love throwing hyzer flips. Is absolutely perfect for it. Throw it on hyzer, flip up, glide, and never really come back, just the way I want it. I have another mid. For some reason, thought I only had three. I don't really count this as a mid just because it's so overstable, doesn't go near as far as the others. I pretty much throw this on the majority of my approach shot. It is a Mutant. For those who don't know, it doesn't have any round edges, so it's super unique, very, very overstable. I throw hyzer flips, and then I also throw very steep anhyzer flex lines, and this is absolutely perfect for that. All right, now on to my fairway drivers. Fairway drivers are something I've never really thrown up until last year, but let's start with the FD1. This, I didn't really try the FD1 out until I think European Open of last year, and I absolutely fell in love with it. It's so good. You can rip it flat, has some stability, but you can also shape some shots with it. If you put on an anhyzer, hold for a little bit, and then come out. It's just a speed of disc I never really experienced in all my disc golf years up until now, and I've absolutely fallen in love with it. FD1. Next, we got an FD, which when I was first joining Discmania, all I heard was like, oh yeah, you're just gonna fall in love with the FD. And that is exactly what happened. The FD is just such a versatile disc. You can throw it on hyzer, it'll hold the hyzer for a while, maybe flip up a little bit, throw it dead straight, put some anhyzer on it, it'll hold it. Just basically the perfect fairway driver, in my opinion. Fantastic for the woods and still holds up in the wind pretty well. All right, next I have an FD3, my Solar Flare, brand new one in the bag, always have to have one. I really love them for forehands. I don't throw forehand a ton, as you may know, but when I am, is most likely this disc. I love kind of yanking over my forehands, fight out, perfect every time. Solar Flare. All right, next we have my Splice, which is famous for having Ganon's face on it. It's faded a little bit, so it's kind of terrifying more than it even looks like Ganon right now, but absolutely love it. If you saw me throw it at Austin, I had an ace with it, little spike hyzer, skip up, very overstable. This one's very beat in, so money. I've had it in for about a year. Throw it on forehand, backhands. Absolutely love the Splice. All right, next we got a PD. I have two PDs in the bag. This is my straighter one. I would call it straight to flippy, but the unique part about it is I feel like it holds up in any wind, which is really unique for a straight to flippy disc. Usually you want something overstable in the wind, but this seems to hold up in the wind very, very well. Absolute beamer of a disc. Love this one. All right, this is my other PD I have in my bag. This one I don't throw a ton. It's for a very specific like 375 to like 400 with nothing in the way. Throw it up on hyzer, pretty overstable, comes back. It's perfect for that distance. All right, next I'm going to my distance drivers, my famous Panda PD2. This thing is so overstable. I throw it in all conditions, but specifically when it's super windy outside, pulling out this guy, it seems to not be affected by any wind, flies the same in pretty much every wind, so absolutely love it. Love the die, so it's naturally gonna fly really good. All right, next I got a DD3. When I first joined Discmania, the DD3 instantly became my favorite distance driver. This one specifically, I only throw in forehands. I rip it on a little bit of Annie, always comes out. Really like this one. All right, here I have my favorite distance driver in my bag, this S-Line DD3. I'm pulling this out for pretty much half my distance shots at least. Here I'm about 400 feet away from the basket, so I'm gonna throw it nice and high, have some nice stability, come back, spike in. This one is absolutely money. It's exactly what I want in a DD3. It has some stability, but also goes very, very far. It'll never flip. It can hold straight for a decent amount of time and then always finishes. This thing is just my favorite distance driver I've ever had. Love it. All right, now for another DD3 and maybe the most famous disc in my bag, the Mona DD3. If you don't know the signature, if you don't watch my videos, this is signed by Mona, our Estonia pizza waitress, who looked just like Kristen Tatar. So got her to sign it along with Ganon got her to sign something. I like to throw maximum distance shots with it and also some flip up hyzer shots that penetrate really far and then finish at the end. And for some reason, she goes so far. All right, my last disc in my bag, another DD3. This is my roller DD3. It's actually kind of a funny story. When I signed with Discmania, before I was able to come to the warehouse and get discs, I was kind of looking at my house, see if I had any Discmania discs. I found this in the garage, kind of warped, probably been sitting there for a long time, but it ended up being the absolute perfect roller disc. I prefer something really flippy when throwing rollers and something really fast, so it's just absolutely perfect for it. All right guys, that was my in the bag for this 2025 season. If you want to check out any of the discs that I throw, make sure to go check them out at discmania.net. That's about it for me. Thank you for watching. See you out there on tour.